Hey, everybody, welcome to today's show. Welcome to Advocate Information Highway. I'm your host, Anthony Lorito-Duke, and we have an interesting topic for today's show in which it is the four sectors of business and the economy that need the most help are farmers, miners, like the ones that work in coal mines and stuff like that, fast food restaurants, and retail stores. So let's get right into this. Yes, I know that there are major strikes going on, uh, like with the auto industry and the entertainment industry. I understand that, but here's the thing. Here's the thing. Those strikes are eventually at some point going to come to an end. People will come to an agreement, okay, and they'll work things out. That's what it boils down to for that part, okay? But the four sectors, the major four sectors of business and the economy that need the most help from the federal government are farmers, miners, like coal miners and stuff like that, fast food restaurants, and retail stores. Now let's take the farmers one first. Farmers took the major hit. Okay, they got hit big time because of like the climate change issue. You know, which a certain person went around saying climate change is a hoax. Okay, when it's not, and uh, when you have things like major fires, tornadoes, hurricanes, things like that, land gets destroyed, and farmers take a huge major hit. Okay, so that's why they need a lot of help from the federal government. Now let's get to the second one, miners, like coal miners and stuff like that. I understand like if major metropolitan cities want to do like solar panels and windmills and stuff like that, like big major populated areas, that they want to do that, or like certain farm areas, like they can afford the windmills and stuff like that. Fine, we could have like a major part of the country, like let's say 90 to 95%, with windmills and solar panels and stuff like that. And I understand that. But there are small sections of the United States that are like major hillbilly land, and their areas can't handle things like windmills and solar panels and stuff like that, because they're surrounded by woods and everything, and they just uh, can't afford to have resources such as like windmills and solar panels. So um, that's why we have to allow these small sections of the United States to keep things like uh, coal and oil and stuff like that. Plus, let's not forget we it's so important to realize that we need to preserve. We also need to preserve a lot of our natural resources too. You know, it's, like God forbid if something should happen, and uh, like with the solar panels and things like that, God forbid if we need to reverse back to things like coal and oil and stuff like that. So we need to preserve a lot of our natural resources. So especially for emergency purposes, God forbid if they do happen. You know, um, so if these small areas of the United States, which is a teeny tiny little small amount, if they're just left alone to use things like coal and oil, it's not going to make a dent in the climate change issue. If we have the major part of the United States, like let's say 90 to 95% of the United States, with the use of like windmills, solar panels, these electric clown cars that are they're like so tiny, these little cars you can barely fit your right foot in. But it is what it is. But then again, there are some larger vehicles that are also now just using charge stations, you know, so that's a good thing. Um, but anyways, like I was saying, if the larger part of the United States is the use of green energy, as they call it, um, we'll be fine. The planet will be fine, you know. And so it's important to realize that. Now, um, let's talk about the next part, the fast food restaurants. So many fast food restaurants have been completely damaged by these anarchists, okay, who go around destroying fast food restaurants and stuff. And these fast food restaurants, they took a big hit, okay, because of these anarchists. And I said it before, and I'm going to say it again. These anarchists, no matter what their ages are, I don't care if they're like 10, 13, 15, or whatever. If they do this damage, if they go around damaging people's uh, private property, business, whatever, they got to put their rear ends in an adult prison and keep them there. That's what you got to. That's what we got to do. So that's why in many states throughout the United States, there needs to be proper bail reform law. Put these anarchists, no matter what their ages are, I don't care. Like I said, I don't care if they're 10 years old, 13 years old, 15 years old. Put their rear ends in an adult prison. They committed an adult crime. They need to be treated like adults, uh, in the court sense, and like tried as adults, and put their rear ends in an adult prison. End of story. That'll fix them. That'll fix them real good. Okay. Now, um, the next section, retail stores. Okay. They also took a big hit. Yeah. Um, but before I get to that, let me go back to fast food restaurants. Fast food restaurants, there have also been like all these fist fights even inside these restaurants. Okay. Some are between staff, amongst the staff, fist fights going on. And then there's other videos that have proven there's been fist fights between staff and customers. So the federal government needs to tell the heads of the fast food industry, we'll be willing to work with you to help build you back up, but you're gonna have to obey by Army drill sergeant strict rules and regulations, every I dotted, every T crossed. You have to be treated like the military. That's it. Plain and simple, end of story. Now, let's go to the retail store section. They too have been taking a big hit by these anarchists that go around stealing from their stores, destroying their stores, and stuff like that. So these anarchists, again, no matter what, I don't care what their ages are. They could be 13, 14, 15, whatever, 10, I don't care. They committed adult crimes. They need to be tried as adults, put into an adult prison, end of story. So, and then the federal government needs to step up to the plate and say to these retail administrators, listen, we'll help you to build you back up, but here's the thing. You need to have armed security, or in many retail stores, they actually have police stations inside the retail store. That's a good idea as far as I'm concerned. So yeah, have things like that. So, but you know, unfortunately, this is how it is in today's society, ladies and gentlemen. But there's no other choice. We have no other choice. So the federal government needs to step up and say, we'll help you, but there's going to be Army drill sergeant strict rules and regulations. You got to have like police stations inside your store, or armed guards, whatever, and fix everything. But anyways, I want to remind all my fans out there about the business that my husband and I have together called AWLDNY. The link to there is awldny.com. And so with that, take care. I almost forgot. Again, sorry. Senility is kicking in at an early age. You guys can check out all the items on there. And I want to remind all my fans out there about my other business, my other website that I have called Advocate Information Highway. And the link to there is AIHNY.com. Again, that is AIHNY.com. And you guys could check out all the pages on there. And so with that, now take care, everybody. Bye.